Raja, your cybersecurity instructor. Introductions to cyber security. You know, when we try to get enrolled to these kind of courses, sometimes some company will tell you to get registered to the ethical hacking courses. Some company will tell you start with the cyber security training. So what is the major difference between cyber security and ethical hacking? This cyber security is a conceptual study where you learn about the security kind of things like information security, endpoint security, cloud security, IoT security, web application security, some governance and compliance. This ethical hacking is the practical implementations of cybersecurity. Means as cybersecurity is a fundamental part of internet security, where we have so many different kind of branches. Here we learn about the practical implementations of that things. Means here you will learn about the use of tools, the use of operating system, the use of applications, the use of softwares. This level of things. Let me give you one more example. Suppose if the topic is Wi-Fi security or wireless security, in cyber security, you will learn about what is Wi-Fi, how many types of Wi-Fi are there, methodologies of Wi-Fi's, how we can secure the existing network, what are the devices which will help us to work under these things. But in ethical hacking, actually you will learn about how to easily access Wi-Fi, what other operating system we should use to get access to this Wi-Fi signals, how we can crack the password, how we can track the, you can say, MAC ID of the victim, and lastly, how we can give security to the existing Wi-Fi router. So this is a major difference between cybersecurity and ethical hacking. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? Now, let's start with this introductions to cybersecurity part. See, dear students, in an era dominated by a digital connectivity, cybersecurity emerges as a shield guarding our digital landscape. And the cybersecurity, often interchangeably referred to as information security, and it is a comprehensive discipline dedicated to fortifying the computer system, networks, softwares, and data against unauthorized access, network attack, cyber attack, and potential harm or any other kind of theft. And as our reliance on digital technologies continues to expand, so does the significance of cybersecurity. Its mission is to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the informations, making it a cornerstone for the trustworthiness of digital interactions. And this field encompasses a wide range of practices, introductions, and processes to design to navigate the complex terrain of cyber threat. And with a focus on preemptive defenses and strategic response, cybersecurity seeks to thwart malicious activities that could compromise the security and functionality of the system. And this includes safeguarding the sensitive data, preventing the unauthorized access, and mitigating the impact of cyber incident. And as cyber threats involves in sophistications and scales. The cybersecurity adapt, employing a dynamic arsenal of tools and strategies. And it engages with challenges ranging from securing individual devices and applications to managing the access, monitoring the network traffic, and developing incident response plan. Means this cybersecurity distress stands as a sentinel against the digital risks that accompany our interconnected world, striving to create a resilient and secure environment where individuals, organizations, and nations can harness the benefit of technologies with confidence. Let me share some website with you all. Simply open Google, search there as cyber attack maps, and now click on the first link. Even I'll also sharing this link through the chat options. Yeah, here in this website, you can actually see the live cyber attacks between the country. Because this time, it's very difficult to make a physical attack or cross the boundary to do all this kind of attack. But if we have the internet, even every country is connected with the internet with the help of some cable. Simply again open Google and search as submarines cable map. And with the help of this website, you can see how every continent is connected with this wire known as submarine cables. And all these optical fibers combines to form these submarine cables. And if you study about all this connectivity, you can see like this submarine cable actually are present inside the ocean's layer, and it is used to connect the world through this wire. Now you can easily understand how every country is connected through the internet. But we'll talk about this chapter in our upcoming classes. As of now, in this website, you can see what kind of attack the countries are doing. You can see the name over here. Sometimes a DNS attack, web servers attack, remote accessing attack, this level of things. And you can see the live attack between the countries where United States is targeting India, United Kingdom, and other countries also. Here, you can see the top targeted countries. Like, I think my internet is slow. Just wait a second. Yeah. So here you can see the top targeted countries. Means cyber attackers are targeting this country because they don't like progress themselves in the field of cybersecurity. Now just think, if I target or any group target the essential website of your country, then what will happen? It can actually down the entire economic of a country also. Like here you can see the second column, which is top targeted industries. So they are targeting the educational website, educational servers, healthcare, and government also. So this can down the entire economic of a countries also. That's why learning cybersecurity, practicing cybersecurity is very important to secure our digital life. And you can see the top malware type. See, if I talk about any kind of malware, this malware is actually the combinations of virus, worms, spyware, ransomware, all these things, which we will discuss in these sessions also and in our upcoming sessions also. Now, anybody have any questions up to here? This cyber security or information security is a field dedicated to protecting a system. So again, when I talk about a system, it can be your computer, it can be your website, a server, a network, any electronic gadgets which is capable to work with the internet. Means this is known as a system. And as our dependence on digital technologies continues to grow, the importance of cybersecurity has become paramount, and it encompasses a range of practices, technologies, and processes designed to safeguard the informations and ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. Means it is applications or technologies where we try to protect the system, where it can be your network, a program, a data, a device, and data from any other kind of digital attacks. The second point is like it aims to reduce the risk of cyber attack also. Means now these days, some organizations, some company, even government also like have some like services where they try to stop all this kind of cyber attack also. Means some organizations are now giving the services for the cyber security protections to the other running organizations. Now let's understand this need of cyber security. See, there can be many reasons that why should we need this cyber security things. Like first thing you can include, which is rising cyber threats. Rising cyber threat means with the increasing connectivity of devices and systems, the threat landscape has expanded, and cyber criminals exploit vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access, launch attacks, and compromise the sensitive information. The second reason is all about the data protections. Means the businesses and individuals store a vast amount of sensitive data online, and the cybersecurity measures are crucial to prevent unauthorized access and protect the personal, financial, and organizational informations. The third is you can add this national security. Means governments and critical infrastructure sectors such as energy, healthcare, and finance rely heavily on these interconnected systems. And cybersecurity is essential to safeguard a national security interest. The fourth reason you can add is economic impact, means cyber attacks, dear students, have a severe economic repercussions, causing a financial losses, disrupting operations, and damaging their reputations. Even the cybersecurity measures helps to mitigate all these risks. And the last but not the least is privacy concern. Means as digital communications and transactions increase, protecting the user privacy becomes crucial. And cybersecurity measures ensure that the personal information is kept confidential and used appropriately. Now, anybody have any questions up to here? Any person? Kathy, Chui, Imida, Oila, Silas, or Jungwa?
Can you please send the
No,
file in the chat?
Okay, you want me to share this file again?
Yes, in the chat. Yeah, I don't see it there, so I can download it. Thank
Definitely.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now you can download this file. Now, the next point is about core branches of cybersecurity. See, there can be more branches in the field of cybersecurity, but all these are the core branches. Like the first, we have this network security, then application security, cloud, IoT, endpoint, compliance and governance, and malware analysis. So let's learn about this network security. First of all, we'll talk about what is network. So network is the combinations of connectivity with the devices where we try to send or receive the sources. And to maintain a connections, we require two different kinds of things. The first, wired network connectivity, where we can add the devices with the help of twisted pair cables, coaxial cables, and even optical fiber cables. And they provide a wired connectivity between the devices just to send and receive the things. As I shown you with the help of the submarine cables also, where you can see how every country is connected through a wire. And the other sources are a network wireless connectivity. Like we have Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity, we have this RFI, we have this NFC, Bluetooth, infrared, where still we can receive and send the sources with the help of this wireless protocol. So how to manage the network, how to establish the connections, what is the topologies, how to use area network connections like local area network connections, wide area network connections, metropolitan area network connections. All this comes under this network connectivity and security. So the primary goal of this network security is to protect the integrity, confidentiality, and availability of a network and its data. And if we talk about its component, then its components are, the first is firewalls. Most of the time, you might heard about these firewalls. So these are the barrier between an internal network and external network, allowing or blocking the data traffic based upon the predetermined security rules. I mean, suppose you are using the internet and this is your system and this is internet. So when you get connected through the internet, maybe your system will face some kind of packets which can damage the function of your system. That's why we use installing this firewall. And this firewall will only allow a good packet to pass and won't allow a bad packet to pass through them. Means they stop penetrating all this packet just to get access to the system directly. But it comes with the predefined rules. Means we can define firewalls according to our need and connectivity. Like I want this packet to continue with my system or not. You can make the change, you can give them the instructions. Like this, the other components is IDS and IPS, known as intrusion detection system and intrusion prevention system. Even we will talk about this is in our upcoming classes also. Just understand the things. So this IDS and IPS means work as intrusion detection system and intrusion prevention system. Now suppose if any intruder will try to get access to your devices illegally, then this intrusion detection system try to give you notifications like some people is trying to connect to your devices. And if we talk about the IPS, suppose if all this intruder get connected to your devices illegally, so it will try to reset the communications or restore the connections, means the previous connections state. Means suppose if only one device was connected with the internet or with your router, with your network, then it will again reset the phase to the same series. Means only one device will be connected again. So this is the use of this intrusion detection system and intrusion prevention system, and both combine to form this IDPS, intrusion detections and prevention system. And the third component is like encryptions protocol. Encryptions protocols means, dear student, like securing a communications channel through the use of encryptions algorithm, ensuring that the data is transmitted securely. Means suppose this is a device 1 and this is device 2, and if they try to communicate with each other, then only both can understand the conversations. And suppose if this device try to check the informations, then he will get a different kind of informations in some different language. Like example, you can take this WhatsApp messenger. Means if I'll try to make some conversations with you, so only we can understand the communications. Rest person, if they try to make some intrusion, he will get a different kind of knowledge information. So that is the power of encryptions. Means it will encrypt the entire communications, and if any mediator try to get access, he won't be able to even read our proper communications or messages. That's why this WhatsApp use end-to-end type of encryptions. I hope you understand this. So this network security focus on protecting our network and their infrastructures from the unauthorized access, attacks, and disruptions, where it involves implementing a firewall, intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system, and some encryptions protocol also. Is it clear, dear students? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, clear.
Yeah, thank you. The second is application security. See, applications again can be of two types. Like the first is a software applications, and the second is web applications. See, both develop with the help of programming language. Like to develop a software, you need to understand some programming language like C and C++, Python, Ruby, Perl, Java, etc. So it's not important for every people to get understand all these topics, because this is for the developer. As a cybersecurity expert, the main work as a penetration tester means where we try to find the bug and vulnerability. In website applications, which is another part of these things, here, actually, if you have the knowledge of other programming language which we use for the development, which start with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, jQuery, Ajax concept. So all these are programming language which are very important to make the career in website development part. So this point is also very important to understand. So both combine to form this application security. And as a penetration tester, which is a branch for cybersecurity expert, only you need to find the vulnerability, find the bug, and then you can submit the report to the existing company so that they can provide this report to their own developers just to secure their application security part. Means this application security aims to protect a software and applications from vulnerability that could be exploited by the attackers. And if we talk about the component here, so the first can be is like secure coding practices. Means you can say like implementing a coding practices that prioritize the security to prevent a common vulnerabilities. The second is like penetration testing. Means ethical hacking process to identify and address the vulnerability in the applications. And the last but not the least is regular software updates. Means keeping softwares up to date to patch unknown vulnerabilities. That's why sometimes you can see we have some security patches updates from the Windows operating system, sometimes from the Mac operating system, sometimes from the existing applications we have in our either mobile phone or in our operating system. So these are the essential part of this application security based ones. Means this application security concentrate on securing a softwares and applications from vulnerabilities that can be exploited by the attackers, and this includes securing coding practices, penetration testing, and regular softwares updates. The next we have this cloud security. So can anyone tell me what do you mean understand by this cloud? Anyone?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, what is cloud?
I think it's your ability to access computer resources over the internet. You
Yeah,
know, using the AWS.
AWS. Yeah, very good. See, most of the company like Amazon Web Servers, then Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure will provide a virtual platform where actually you can use software as a applications, program as a applications, operating system, the high-end game, everything on a cloud-based services. Even today, when you get a job from the market, your company will provide you a system, a laptop, a tablet from their company only. Now, if you'll have these things, then only you can make the communications with the other employee of the same company. Even whatever files you have, actually that file is not present within your PC. That file is actually the part of the cloud computing part. Means every PC is synchronized with the system. Now it's very easy for the company to track your data, to track your locations, to monitor your activities also, like what kind of work you are doing over there. You know, you can only access the files or other higher authority who have the same permissions within the company can only access the files. Even you can use the services like if you want to make the meeting, you can use the team messenger, you can use their email address. That's why I hope you might be seeing that when you join the company, you will get a company official email address where only you can communicate with the other employees who are the part of the same company like this. So this is the main features of this cloud security part. Even if you have the credentials of your account, they can you can like access the same thing through the mobile phone, through the tablet, through the other resources also. So it performs a closed environment with a security over there. Even suppose you have a very less configured PC. Maybe you have some restrictions of using some applications, some softwares, even operating system also. But here it provides virtualizations. You can increase the virtual RAM. You can simply add additional operating system. You can add some high-end games, services, applications over there. So the more you pay, the more features you will get through these services. That's why most of the company are now dependent on this cloud security part. So this cloud security ensure the security of data and applications stored in the cloud environment. And the major component is secure configurations. Means configuring the cloud services securely to minimize the potential vulnerabilities. The second is like encryptions of data, means protecting data through the encryptions, especially during the transmissions and storage in the cloud. And the last but not the least is accesses or access controls, means implementing some policies and tools to manage and restrict the access to the cloud resources. Now, the next point is about Internet of Security, means IoT. Now, can anyone tell me what is this IoT about, or what is this IoT?
I think Internet of Things, like how uh,
Mm-hmm.
lively uh, devices are all connected to the internet, like your car is connected to the
Definitely.
internet, even the speaker you play music in at home,
Mm-hmm.
all devices around us, how it's interconnected to the internet.
To the internet. Like suppose you have a Wi-Fi connections in your home, and with your Wi-Fi, you have connected your smart AC, smart televisions, smart bulb, and all these things is also connected with like Amazon Alexa. Even if you're traveling through a train or something like this, you can simply turn on your Alexa applications, and you can simply give the instructions as Alexa, turn on my smart AC, my televisions, and bulb. So remotely, you can give permissions to all these devices, and all these devices are actually the best example of IoT. Means this make a closed environment with the other devices where they can synchronize the data with their own connectivity. Let me give you example with a device named as Raspberry Pi. So when you search as this Raspberry Pi, you can see it is a kind of chip-based process, means a device where like this. Okay, you can see how small this device is. And here you can see we have a Ethernet cable, we have this USB cable slot, we have audio aux, we have HDMI port. Even with the help of a mobile charger, you can give a power to the entire things, where it comes with the inbuilt RAM, inbuilt Wi-Fi, inbuilt Bluetooth also. Now, suppose I want to run a hacking activities, I can simply install there a Kali Linux operating system, a Parrot operating system. Even I can add Android operating system, I can add Mac OS, I can add any sensors. You can see we have lots of pin over there. I can attach sensors, I can attach a monitor. So whatever device I have, I can attach with the help of these things. So this is the best example of IoT where with the help of a small microchip, we can enable all these kind of features through these things. And most of the company are making drones, they are making cameras, sensors, robots with the help of these IoT devices. Recently, uh, if we talk about this official release of Kali Linux, they released a new operating system version for this Raspberry Pi, which is Raspberry Pi 0. And here you can see this is Raspberry Pi 20, and it will only cost you around $15. You can see how cheap this device is. And recently, let me show you one thing. Yeah, see how small this device is. I have added a bootable pen drive with the existing softwares, or you can say operating system like Kali Linux. I've added with the my televisions also. So you can see how this tiny device is capable to do all these activities. Even I can hack a Wi-Fi, I can jam a car signals, I can jam a FM signals with the help of these devices. And people are using this kind of series of IoT devices. Not only this, we have a banana Pi also, we have Arduino also, we have Orange Pi also. So all these things are known as these IoT devices. Okay, let me give you the link to these things. So simply think, previously we need to make the devices, adding the component of electronic things, then we can use these things. Now already we have this ready-made kind of things. Simply you can add any operating system and you can make use of all these important things. So this IoT, which is known as Internet of Things, security focus on safeguarding the interconnected devices and the data from unauthorized access and potential threat. And here, if we talk about the major component, the first thing is device authentications and authorizations. Means, dear student, like implementing a robust methods to verify the identity of IoT devices and manage their access permissions. The second we have, again, data encryptions. Here also means employing an encryption algorithm to secure the confidentiality of data transmitted between IoT devices and the broader networks. The third is secure boot and firmware updates. Means ensuring the integrity of device softwares by implementing a secure boot process and authenticated firmware update. Or the last can be like network security for IoT devices. Means utilizing a firewall and intrusion detection system to secure the communications channels and segmenting the IoT devices into isolated networks. You can add some privacy concern also, like incorporating the privacy by designing the principle to address the potential privacy implementations such as anonymizing the data and providing the user consent mechanism. So this one is all about IoT security, means protecting the interconnected devices from unauthorized access and ensuring the data integrity through the measures like authentications, encryptions, and compliances. Is it clear, dear students? See, if you can't turn on your mic, you can simply give your reply through the chat because actually your trainer is waiting for your response. So try to maintain this environment. Okay. So do you have
Yeah,
any questions?
no questions.
Thank you. What about others? Please give your reply.
No question.
No question.
Yeah, like this. Try to manage all this in one. Okay. Next, we have this endpoint or endpoint security. Suppose you want to open organizations. So within an organizations, what other important things you will install?
Servers.
Like computer, laptop, servers, networks, antivirus, anti-malware. So all this component combine to form this endpoint ES2. Now, there are so many job roles for this work, like cybersecurity analyst. So endpoint security, you can say, focus on securing the individual devices, which is known as endpoint here, like your computer, smartphone, servers, etc. And the component we use is antivirus software, which detect, prevent, and removes the malicious software from endpoint, or some anti-malware tools. So broad spectrum tools that protect against a various type of malwares, including the virus, worm, Trojan, remote accessing tools like this. And one thing more, which is EDR, which is known as this endpoint detections and response. Like here, we can monitor and respond to the advanced threat on individual devices. Even most of the job roles, when you search about this EDR jobs for cybersecurity, you can see we have all these job roles available in the market today also. So in short, you can say this endpoint security addresses the security of individual devices, endpoint such as your computers, smartphones, and servers, antivirus softwares, anti-malware tools, endpoint detection response systems fall under this category. The next, we have this compliance and governance. So what is this compliance and governance? Let's understand this point also. So this security governance and compliance involves establishing and enforcing the policies, procedures, and standards to align a cybersecurity efforts with regulatory requirements and the best practices. And here, if we talk about the important component, the first is like policy development. Means creating a comprehensive security policies that guide the organization's cybersecurity efforts. The other is like compliance monitoring, means ensuring that the organizations complies with the relevant laws, regulations, and some industry standard also. And the last but not the least, we have this audit and assessment, means regularly accessing and auditing our security measures to identify and address the gaps. You know, most of the country, they follow the standard rules and policies of European Union and American Union. Like, let me give you example through the Google only. Sorry. Like, if you search on internet, like HIPAA. So dear students, this HIPAA belongs to the Health Insurance Portability Accountability Act. Means it was established in 1996 from the American standard, you can say AU, where it provides the security of the health informations of a people. Means suppose you have a data of any patient health record, and if any hackers can get all these informations, then they can misuse all these informations also. So this comes under the category of HIPAA. The other you can take example as like PCI DSS, which stand for the payment card industry. Now we use this UPI, online credit card, or this debit card. So there should be some instructions with their payment and data uses. So this PCI and this DSS manage all this kind of things. Let me give you all standard details from my side. Standard, yeah, security control framework, yeah, this one. Here I mentioned all the security standard like NIST, ISO, SAIS, COBIT, FAIR, COSO, HIPAA. Okay, just go with these things. It will be very helpful for every student. But if I'll get some time, I'll try to help you with these points also. Please go to this link and do let me know whether it's working or not. Is it working?
Yes, for me.
Okay, thank you. So dear
Yes.
students, this compliance and governance is like establishing and enforcing the policies, procedures, and a standard to align a cybersecurity efforts with regulatory requirements and best practices, and also ensuring a secure and compliant operational environments. As I can see, only 3 people make the access to this Word file. What about others? Now, the last we have this malware analysis. Again, I told you before also, all this virus, ransomware, spyware, adware, worms, trojans, rats comes under this malware analysis. Means understand and dissect the malicious software, which is known as malware, to uncover its functionality and purpose, like employing a techniques like static and dynamic analysis, code inspections, and network traffic analysis. Means like we have this virus. So virus means like it is a type of malware that attaches itself to legitimate a program or files, spreading and infecting the other files when the host program is executed. The other you can see we have this ransomware. So ransomware, dear students, like it is a kind of virus which encrypt a user files, demanding a ransom for their release. And it can cause a significant data loss and financial harm also. Like if you search on internet, like ransomware, say, like this kind of notifications you will get. Like what happened to your computer? If you want to recover your file, then you can pay through this Bitcoin. Okay. And if you pay through the Bitcoin, maybe there is some less chances, but they will give you a decryption keys where you can get back your files. And recently we have the new version of this ransomware, which is known as Monty. ransomware. Very dangerous virus. Like this, other we have this spyware, which keep on spying on our activities, gather the information and submit it to the third party. Even it can also monitor the keystrokes, browser activities, and the sensitive data also. The next we have this adware. So adware means they keep on displaying the pop-ups or forcefully ads on your browser, on system in your system also. Even it can like consume the more memory, even the internet where you have connected from. Like this, the next we have this worms. Worms means like it is a kind of self-replicating malware that is spread across a network without the user interactions. And they exploit vulnerabilities to propagate. Then the last we have this Trojan and Rat. Actually, these are the virus which make a hidden remote access into the victim's PC. They can easily turn on your camera without your permissions. They can receive your file. They can read the file. They can modify the file. They can share the file with other parties also. And this one is very, you can say, illegal things. You can say like a Trojan is a virus as legitimate software but contains some malicious code, and it often tricks the user into executing it, leading to the unauthorized access or the data theft. So this one is all about a core branches of cybersecurity. Now, next we have this cybersecurity careers. Let me just go through the Google like cyber security end job. Now click on the first link. You can see all these are the cyber security jobs. Okay. So the first job role is for the security analyst. The major job role of the security analyst is to monitor the activities of the account which is registered with the company, give the security updates to the other employees, and they can even monitor the activities of the certain things. So most of the job role, even as a fresher, you can apply for this job roles, which is cyber security. See the first one there, written like this, cyber security analyst. Say, yeah, any graduate can apply for this level of job roles. See, Wipro is actually a very big company in India. See, meeting the applications team, gather the requirement to integrate with the applications into Oracle, troubleshoot any issue and deploy a fixed bug, plan, prepare, execute the identify the conversations across the various domain. So you can see like to monitor the system informations. So this is the job role present in the market. The second job role is for the penetration tester. So there can be many variants of this penetration tester. Some try to find the vulnerability in website, some in servers, some in web applications, some in softwares. So their main job role is to find the vulnerability. Okay. Now, if there is any vulnerability with the system, then this security consultant will try to consult with the company. Like they have founded this bug, and my team is now want to work with this vulnerability. So this cybersecurity consultant actually try to get the NOC certifications from the company, which is known as non-objection certifications. Because see, sometimes without the company's proper, you can say, uh, authentications, we cannot do the further activities. Maybe they can take a legal actions against us, like without my permissions, how you can scan the vulnerability, how you can misuse the things, like this only. Now, suppose as organizations, I don't want to secure my website, but I want to secure my own servers. So I will now consult with this cybersecurity engineer which try to assign a person who can only work with the particular security part, like securing my network only. Now, after assigning this cybersecurity engineer, this security architectures comes into the role where their main job is to like make a proper report, like what kind of applications they have used during the penetration testing, during the you can say vulnerability assessment, what are the steps they have used for this security part, and what kind of essential things we can use for implement the more security in the existing network. And this cybersecurity auditor will try to make a proper report, like this report is valid for 1 year. It should be between the company authorized person to the security auditor team, and they can mention like they can work with the company for 1 year. Whatever they have worked for is totally up to date, up to this date. And if there can be like will be any kind of viruses, any kind of vulnerabilities, then the company is not responsible for these things because already they made this secure. But yeah, if there can be like there will be any kind of viruses or anything, the team will try to sort it out from their side. Now, suppose you are a doctor, and if there is any new variant of corona, then you cannot deny yourself for being a doctor. Maybe you'll try to find some more vulnerabilities, some more information about the new variant of corona. It doesn't mean that you are not going to select as a doctor from the organizations. No. Okay. And the last one is CISO. So CISO is actually Chief Information Security Officer. Actually, either they are the director or the head person of the security team. So without their signature, no one can even consult with the companies, you can say. I'm just giving you all these job roles. Just wait a second. So these are the level profile, like entry level job role is for security analyst, penetration tester, security admin. Then we have the senior level profile, which is security consultant, architectures, and security manager. And director level profile is for CISO, okay, which is known as executive level profile. So these are all from my side. You have these things, simply go to this link. You will get the more details informations about these things. And before ending, let me give you this cybersecurity job roles. Wait a second. Here I have mentioned, like for getting these things, what are the special requirements? Just wait. Yeah. Information security, penetration tester, consultants, engineers, incident response. So yeah. Like what are the requirements, certifications, job roles, all these things. Now, anybody have any questions? Now, let me give you some tasks to work with. So, your task is like write a notes about first cyber war, second cyber fraud, the third is cyber crime. Okay. So what you can do, you can either write the notes through PPTs, PDF, docs file, and try to save this with your name. And before writing the notes, you should start with your name, your batch informations, and then next class you can submit this documents, either even through the chat options or with any link. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this point. So this one is your work to do. like what is cyber war, what is cyber fraud, and cyber crime.
Okay.
Now, any person, any questions?
All right.
No.
No,
No.
I
Okay,
don't.
so I hope you enjoyed the sessions. This is me, Ranjan Raja, your cybersecurity instructor. And in these sessions, we read about introductions to cybersecurity. We also learned about the informations about cybersecurity, the need of cybersecurity, the types and branches of cybersecurity, and the job roles in the field of cybersecurity. So I hope you enjoyed the sessions, dear students. That's all from my side. You take care of your health, keep learning, try to make a notes with these all points. So bye bye. Take care, everyone. Have a nice day.